This lesson on academic study skills is speculating by using modal verbs and conditionals. We'll begin with an introduction to introduce the types of speculating, then move to explain these three types, to draw conclusions, to speculate about present, past, or future, and to make recommendations. Finally, we'll have some quizzes to check out our learning. Now, let's start from the introduction. We'll learn why speculating is important and the three major types of speculating. To learn different expressions of speculating for academic study is important because speculating is used to show that we believe something is true, but we are not sure. We can use probably, possible, or modal verbs to express a degree of certainty or uncertainty. In this example, the adverb probably shows a little more certainty than the other phrases, such as might be true. When we are speculating about something, we use different ways for speculating to create a variety for academic writing. For example, here are some phrases we can use to show that we believe something is true or is not true, but we are not sure. And here are the three major types of speculating for academic writing: to draw conclusions, to speculate about present, past, or future, and to make recommendations. Now, let's move on to the first type of speculating for academic writing, to draw conclusions. When we draw conclusions based on evidence or the application of a theory, we often need to make statements about our evaluation of the likelihood or possibility of the three situations. It is true now, it will happen in the future, or happened in the past. Thus, to express varying degrees of certainty when drawing conclusions, we can use possibility nouns or adjectives. As can be seen from the sentences, the possibility nouns, possibility, likelihood, probability, risk, or chance, or the adjective likely can be used. We can also use modal verbs to express different degrees of certainty when we draw conclusions. As shown in the table, the modal verbs must, will, would, should, may, can, could, and might are listed in order of degrees of certainty from strongest to weakest. For more examples and practices, please refer to the online course, Modal Verbs. Next, to speculate about hypothetical situations to draw conclusions, we can use conditional sentences with will and would in the main clause. As can be seen from the sentences, conditional type 1 with will and verb in the main clause and if and present simple tense in the if clause is used to show a real possibility, while conditional type 2 with would and verb in the main clause and if and past simple tense in the if clause is used to express an unreal possibility, which is extremely unlikely to happen at the present time. For more information about conditional sentences, please refer to the online course, Conditional Sentences. Finally, to speculate about hypothetical situations to draw conclusions, we can also use alternative conditionals with different modal verbs, such as may or might. The second type of speculating for academic writing is speculating about the present, past, and future. In literature review and other parts of a research paper, we often speculate about the events or situations in the past, at present, or in the future. So first, to speculate about present or future events or situations, we can use modal verbs or if conditionals. As can be seen from the first and second sentences, may can be used to speculate about present or future events or situations. In the third and fourth sentences, would and verb in the main clause and the past simple tense were or finished in the if clause can also be used to speculate about present or future events or situations. Second, to speculate about historical events and situations or what happened in the past, we can use modal verb with have and past participle. As can be seen from the sentences, modal verbs such as must, should, may, might, or could can be used with have and past participle. And third, we can speculate a past and hypothetical event or situation by using third conditional sentences with would, have, and past participle. As can be seen from the sentence, would have received is used in the main clause, while if and past perfect tense is used in the if conditional clause. For more examples and practices, please refer to the online course, Conditional Sentences. The third type of speculating for academic writing is to make recommendations. In the conclusion section of a research paper, we often need to include recommendations such as modifying organizational structures or operating procedures, implementing policies, or conducting further research. To make recommendations, we can use modal verbs to give different strength of suggestion. As shown in the table, the modal verbs are listed in order of strength, from obligation to suggestion. For more examples, please refer to the online course, Modal Verbs. As can be seen from the examples, the modal verb should is used to show the author's strong suggestion based on the findings of the study. Now, let's move on to the quiz part to check out our learning. First, please choose the modal verbs for speculating to present different degrees of certainty. As shown in the table, will is used to show a firm prediction, while would describes a hypothetical situation. Should shows a confident assumption according to a plan, and may is used to show possibility, while can, could, or might are used to show weaker possibility. And finally, must is used to show confident conclusion where there's no other possible explanation. Second, please choose the types of speculating. Here are the answers. As can be seen from the first sentence, the modal verb should is used to make recommendation. It is a strong suggestion. In the second sentence, the past perfect tense had received is used in the if clause, while would have and the past participle been are used in the main clause to speculate about a past hypothetical situation. And in the third sentence, the modal verb may is used to draw the conclusion based on the research findings. Now, let's quickly review what we have learned. As what we've learned, here are the purposes for the three types of speculating. First, when we draw conclusions based on evidence or based on the application of a theory, we usually express varying degrees of certainty or speculate about hypothetical situations. Second, when speculating about events or situations, we usually speculate about what happens at present, what happens in the past, and what will happen in the future. Also, we can speculate about the past hypothetical event or situation. And finally, when making recommendations, we give suggestions or make recommendations with different strength. Thank you for joining us for the lesson. The lesson is created by the Academic Writing Module Group at CCU and is funded by the Ministry of Education.